cursing.
I didn't realize how loud the intro was.
She said, this is loud.
It was loud. So I'm going to turn it down.
Hello, everybody. I'm Laurie.
I'm Hannah. I don't know why I'm on Facebook right now. That's not where I needed to be. I need to be on YouTube.
We're journeying with the gingers.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I'm present and available. I'm just looking.
You're available?
Available, like I'm not busy.
Okay.
Not like available. I'm single. I literally have a relationship that I've been hanging on to for 4 years. You think I'm going to let go of that? No.
I hope not. You just check and see if we're on the YouTube.
Apparently, I have very sassy facial expressions.
She is very sassy.
Yeah, we're
I don't know where you get that from. You must have got your grandmother.
I wanted to say something, but I'm gonna be filtered.
Okay.
I get my smart.
Love you.
I like it. My smart assery from you.
Own it, girl. Own it.
We're here.
So we're here tonight. We're chatting with one of our favorite Canadians, Nick from Nick Tours, and we're going to be introducing him very soon. Excited about that. We have some countdowns to share. Hannah, do you know how many days until you and your father are going to New York?
The only reason I know is because you said it.
Okay.
Before.
So how many days, Hannah?
9.
9 days.
Why did you say that? 9.
It'll be William's very first time ever going to the big city of New York.
So scared that I want to turn around and he is going to be gone.
And you know, he has this problem of putting his phone on do not disturb.
Like he's the person that you text and it's like notifications are silenced. So he's that person.
And he'll be like down in Brooklyn.
He'd be like, I'm near like this
building. I'm near this building. This really tall building. I told her she may use one of those little leashes they put on the toddlers, you know, that clicks onto your wrist. All right, so I have 30 days until I'm back on the Carnival Sunshine. And then Mimi and I will be on the Celebrity Summit in 121 days. We're going down the East Coast, and then we're going to cross to Bermuda. I was about to say Beaufort to Bermuda. Never been to Bermuda. Excited about that. And we're spending the night in Bermuda. So we have 2 days in Bermuda. So that's kind of cool. And then we had the booze cruise on the Carnival Glory, 297 days. We're finally out of the 300s. Excited about that. William and I.
I'm here dog sitting.
You're the dog sitter. Yep. So if you're not subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and hit that red button and hit that notification bell so you'll receive notification when we have posted anything or we go live or anything like that. And we just put out a video this week of Embarkation Day on the Carnival Sunshine. And it's doing really well. We've gotten 18 new subscribers this week, which has been such a blessing. We appreciate that. And if any of those new subscribers are in the chat, say hello, Hannah. Welcome, Hannah. You're so extrovert today. Well, we're gonna recognize our moderators.
Hold on. You want to explain why I said that?
Yeah.
So our guest is gonna talk about his upcoming trips. But he said earlier, Mom was like, oh, your upcoming trip, are you going by yourself or are you going with somebody? And he said, oh, there's 9 other people. And he started naming them. And I was like, oh, look at you, extroverts. What is it? Good for you, you extroverts, is what I said. Because I'm lucky if I can get somebody to go with me.
I told her that the booze cruise, I believe the last time we counted was like 75 people so far. And she was like, oh, not too many people for her.
Like, I get these spurts of being an extrovert, but I am happy literally on New Year's Eve while people are popping bottles, getting married, like
engaged.
At parties, getting engaged. I literally was sitting down reading a comic and I fell asleep.
Reading a comic?
Like a comic book. Fell asleep. Woke up to my neighbors shooting off fireworks to ring in the new year. And my cat just looked at me like, what the heck is that noise? And me and her, I said, Happy New Year, Sally. Went back to sleep. There we go.
Where was Terrell? Yeah. Which is what you plan on New Year's
Was
Eve.
it was that Saturday?
Uh-huh. Oh, he has to get up early the next morning for church to do church.
I was like, there's a reason.
He works for a church, and he has to get up very early to get over there.
I was like, there's a reason behind this.
We're going to recognize our moderators real quick. We have Meg's Fun Time, SCT Adventures, Anthony Simone, JNN Travels, and I saw where John and Nancy are heading back to Florida. He said he like had a picture with blue jeans on. He said it's the last time we have to wear long pants for a while. Rayleigh Creative Travel, Fisher Fun Ventures, Lovey's Fat Life, and Kenny Foreman, aka Kenneth Oaks. And thank y'all so much for watching out for us and our channel. So now we're going to introduce our wonderful guest. Would you like to introduce our guest, Hannah?
You already said my line.
Go ahead. You say it again. You love to say it. Go ahead.
We had him on our show a year and a half ago, and now he's back. Let's welcome one of my favorite Canadians, Nick, with Nick Tours.
Hey, Nick.
Hello, ladies. How are we doing?
We are doing great. How are you doing?
I am wonderful now being with you guys.
Oh, you're so sweet. Your sweater matches your room. You're just so
No, it
matching.
doesn't.
You got a little, is it blue? You look so nice.
Oh, stop it.
Is blue one of your favorite colors?
It is. I don't know what's with blue, but blue just calms me. Like everything I own is blue.
Oh no, you pointed to me.
It's one of your favorite colors, though. You love blue.
But my favorite color is
black.
Correct. I looked at Jarrell yesterday in one of the rooms. I call it the witch room because of Wicked. I like the colors of Wicked. And I looked at him in the witch room. I was like, I want
in her house.
In my house. I was like, I want to paint that wall black. I want 2 black walls. I don't like all the white.
She has 1 black accent wall and 3 white walls. And then emerald green is the accent color in that room.
Yeah.
It's a witch room. So before we jump in and start talking to Nick, we want to say hello to everybody in the chat because I'm sure we've got some friends of Nick's in the chat as well. So let's go ahead and get started.
First,
hello, Mary Ellen Dillon. Good to see you. And then we have Cruise Nuts. Hey there, guys. And Kenny, hello. He's typing through his phone. Thank you, Kenny, for being here.
Nick was in the chat.
And Nick's in the chat. Hey, Darlene. Great to see you.
Your Southern came out with that. Darlene.
That's all right. I love being Southern. Hey, Keith from BDF. Good to see you. And there's SCT Adventures, Greg and Felicia, and sometimes Kara. Hello, Kathy Mills. Great to see you. She's working but listening. Thank you so much for doing that. We appreciate it. Hey, Josie J. So glad you joined us. And Travel or Bust. Hello. Good to see you. And we have Travel Mobile. He says, long time since we've been here, but glad to be back. Great to see y'all. And I saw a post from Travel Mobile family how they didn't get to cruise in 2022, but they had a better adventure. They became grandparents in 2022. That's really nice. I want to become a grandparent one day, Hannah.
I need you didn't see my expression change because I knew that was the lead up. I have been dealing with this once a week, y'all.
I would at least like to start planning a wedding. How about that?
Again, not in my control. You know who to talk to.
Hey, Will. Great to see you. He says he's looking forward to this interview. And there's Jeffrey. Hey, Jeffrey. And Jeffrey reached out today and just wanted us to keep in his prayer. He's lost a friend. Mm-hmm. So just we're praying for you, Jeffrey, and just give you strength for going through this. And Ocean to Ocean Travel. Hello, Bruce. Good to see you.
We got a countdown.
18 hours until the MSC Meraviglia.
Is that the 2 day?
Huh?
Is that the 2 day?
2 or 3 days, I think, maybe. So you already packed, Greg? Are y'all packed? And then there's CME Traveling. Hey, Kurt and Marcia, good to see you. And there's Meg. Meg says she's tardy. She's not tardy. Howdy Gingers, big chilling at Great Wolf Lodge in Williamsburg, home for the Moonlight Adventures. And I saw them in a chat. I think it was whose chat was it last night? Anyway, I saw them in a chat and they said they were in Williamsburg, and I said that's one of our favorite places. We love Williamsburg, Virginia.
I'm getting there.
Hello, Ralu69. Ralu says, "Hey y'all," as you're talking to the Southern women over here.
I'm getting there. I'm almost there.
You're doing fine.
And we've reached it.
Hello, together we travel. Good to see you.
All right, we good.
Okay. So, Nick, before we start asking some questions of you, I want to ask the people in the chat to do us a favor. Nick, I think Hannah reminded me, Nick, that when we had you on a year and a half ago, you got, I think that's when you said you got to about 100 subscribers that night. Okay. So yep. Nick is now, of course, above that, over triple that. But if you have not subscribed to Nick's channel, please show him some love. He's an awesome YouTuber, an awesome guy, and does some really good videos. So please, if you can, just take a second, look in the description of the video, and also thank you, Meg, and go ahead and click on his channel and subscribe, because you will be so happy that you're part of his community, just like we are. If you are a creator or supporter, just put hashtag creator supporter in the chat, and Hannah will highlight you on the screen as we are talking to Nick, because if you see another channel on there that you've never seen before, please support them as well. Okay.
Two more things.
Okay, 2 more things.
Got it. 1.
Barry Brain. Hello. Barry Brain's going to go on the booze cruise, so we'll know who Barry Brain is. Yeah. 36 days until the Carnival Paradise. It's a Valentine's cruise and someone's big day.
I think I know.
Someone's having a big birthday.
1 more thing.
During that cruise. Hello, Ryan. So good to see you.
The only person I know from Boston.
Also, if you have a question for Nick, you can put the word question and put the question in the chat, and we'll ask him. Okay. So, June 2021, Nick. That's the last time that we had you as a guest.
Wow.
I'm sure there's been a lot of changes, a lot of good travel going on since then, because I believe that we were all still shut down with cruising and such at that time.
It's crazy to think that.
So let's go ahead and start asking some questions, and we're going to talk about the traveling, and we're going to talk about some other stuff. But first, tell everybody where you are from, Nick.
Well, I come all the way from the Great White North, Canada, but more specifically, Toronto.
Mm-hmm. And what's the weather like in Toronto these days?
Right now, rainy, which is weird, because usually we're in the negatives and it's snowing, but we're in the positives right now. I think it's around 5 degrees Celsius. You're looking at maybe upper 30s, upper 40s Fahrenheit and rain. So we will take this no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have something?
I was going to say he has a lot of videos about Toronto.
He does. Yeah, he does. Especially during the shutdown, Nick did a lot of videos about Toronto, Canada, and things around the area. So if you're visiting there, he's a great resource for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
All right. So tell us, since we're talking about Toronto, so what's some fun things that people can do around where you live in Toronto?
Oh, there's so much to do here. One of my favorite things is St. Lawrence Market. It's one of our biggest food markets. It's a great place to go and see the local items and get some amazing food for the day or for your week. You also have to go to the Toronto Eden Center, one of the largest shopping malls here in the city. It is the largest. It's 4 floors, spans 3 blocks, and contains over 400 stores, and is open 365 days a year. So if you forgot that Christmas present, people, you know where you have to go when you're here in Toronto.
I have a question.
You have a question? Okay.
From Meg.
All right, Meg.
Favorite way to travel? Question mark.
What's your favorite way to travel?
Oh my. Well, I think like a lot of people in the chat here, it's a cruise because you get to see so many different places in a short amount of time. I'm that person. I can't be in one place for more than a day or two because then I'll get bored. So being on a cruise, you get to go to lots and lots of different places and just soak in all the cultures that are out there. So
I think that's one way y'all differ.
Mm-hmm.
Hannah likes to hang out in a location for a while.
Mm-hmm. And keep going back. Keep going back. New York. Keep going back. My favorites.
So if you met someone that's never seen Nick Tours, explain what your channel's about.
The short version, I'm your tour guide for Toronto. I will give you the lowdown of everything here, all the amazing history. We have so much history here in this city, and I'm here to bring it to y'all. And then the world's opened up again. So now I'm getting out there and I'm showing you amazing places and some very fun little places that you might not know.
Very good. Did you have another question?
No, they just said Toronto's on their bucket list.
Yeah, I would love to go to Toronto too, for sure. And definitely, I'm a foodie, so I definitely would check out that market.
Poutine.
Poutine, yes. If you come to Canada, you can't go without not having it. So,
yeah, they had that when we went to St. John. They had the little poutine. You weren't with me. I was with Mimi.
I was literally like, "What are you doing?"
Poutine like food truck for there, and there. I think there was also one in Victoria, British Columbia.
I legit was like, "Where the heck is St. John?" I'm not gonna
what's the beaver tails?
Oh,
you want to explain what a beaver tail is?
It's heaven. That's pretty. It's pretty much what it is. A traditional beaver tail is sweet fry dough sprinkled with cinnamon sugar, and they give you a little lime on this or lemon on the side. Squeeze it on, and it's to die for.
Yeah, it looked like a whole lot of sugar when I saw it when we were in St. John. I was like, "Woo!" I think I would have to split one with someone because it was big.
They are pretty big. They're sharing portions there, but
yeah,
they're really good.
So you posted an awesome video recently reviewing all of your travels from 2022. If y'all haven't checked that out, it's really good. And it kind of gives you a good overview of your channel in a whole as far as what you filmed in 2022. But if you haven't, for our viewers that have not seen the video yet, tell us, where did you go in 2022 and what did you do?
Well, let's see. In June of 2022, I took a tiny little trip over the pond to England to take a tiny little cruise to the beautiful country of Norway. So we stopped off in a couple of places in Norway and we had the most beautiful weather. Even the people in Norway were like, we do not get this weather in June. You know, it's usually raining and stuff like this. It was in the high 20s Celsius. The sun was out. We were getting suntans getting suntans beside snow. It was like, this is crazy. So Norway was an amazing place. In July, for my big birthday that I had last year, I did a small, tiny little 3-day cruise from LA to Ensenada, Mexico. That was an amazing, amazing trip there. And then just a lot of little tiny trips around the city with friends and stuff like that. But then also I put out an amazing series talking with other travelers, other creators and stuff. And I think I have one with 2 amazing ladies that are on the screen with me right now.
I remember.
We appreciate you including us in that series because that was a really good series. You had some very good channels on that. So
and that was like the most fun thing to do, just learning a lot about travel and how people like to travel. So
wasn't I in my house? Like, were we in 2 different places?
I thought we were
you were
together.
Yep. No,
We're in-
you guys were separate because of
Coco
the
Road.
Coco
Coco
Road.
Road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
right.
I was like, I remember being in my bland room talking about ramen.
We've had a few instances of that this year, of having to be separated.
I got another question.
Okay.
What is your favorite way to experience other cultures? Museums, food, or just explore on your own?
Ooh, food. You have to do food. If anywhere you go, you must try the local food. Doesn't matter what it is. When I went to Norway, I tried reindeer sausage. So, and that was a thing you had to try when you got there. You had to try, no Rudolphs were harmed in the making of the sausage. They told us it was fine. So
I think they were
we're
harmed
all
a little
good.
bit. Hannah just couldn't do it.
Oh
Mm.
God! My dad works at his job, and he said, "Oh yeah, we all brought in like food." So he brought food like
For New Year's
for
Day.
New Year's Day, and Mom was like, "What food did people bring?" He was like, "Deer steaks." I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "No, Bambi."
This is a child that won't eat pigs either because she doesn't like
I haven't eaten beef in quite a bit.
beef. Yeah, I mean beef, but you don't eat pork.
No. Yeah. But yeah.
So tell us what you have planned for 2023.
Well, 2023, as of right now, in 13 days, I head out on another tiny little cruise from Fort Lauderdale. Nice 10-day to the Caribbean on the Enchanted Princess with some amazing friends of mine. So that will be coming up. There is another maybe 2 trips kind of in my head wanting to plan. One to Alaska. We've never done an Alaskan cruise, and that's a real bucket list. I know. Being Canadian, being so close to Alaska, it's I haven't been able to get over there yet. So, but then my other one, thinking maybe a place someone here in chat likes to go to and see things, maybe head to the big NYC. Who knows? Who knows?
See, I love I'm having this like itch that's like because when we went to New York, I already had my plans to come back in January, but now I don't have anything set in stone. So when I go in January, I'm like, when will I be back? It's me. I love New York. It's crazy. You want to hear something really crazy? I live near a fire department, right? And when I hear their sirens go off, it makes me feel happy. Because it reminds me of New York.
You're hearing sirens all the time in New York. You're such an odd child. I feel like I'm in New York because I hear all the sirens going off.
Not wondering what's going on the outside. Oh, it just reminds me of New York.
I can sleep better now.
Yeah.
So you're a 10-day cruise. You're going with some people that has some YouTube channels too. Tell everybody who you're going with.
Yes, I will be traveling with a couple of my best friends. We have Chad Cruisers, and then we also have No Maps Needed Travel. So it shall be some fun times on this cruise.
So when you went to Norway, where did you board the ship?
We boarded in Southampton in the
That's
UK.
what I thought.
Yeah.
So
and it was a week cruise.
Have you ever boarded in Southampton before?
I have. I did a 12-day Canary tour. So the Grand Canary Islands and such like that. So
for someone who I'm very interested in taking a cruise from Southampton because I've never been to London. So I want to go over there. Huh?
To
I bet England. I want to go to London. I want to go to England.
Mhm.
So how difficult? I mean, tell me the steps of where do you land? Because I just need to know the logistics of this because I have to
Mhm.
think of things in my head. Where do you
Yeah.
land? How do you get to the cruise port from where you land? You know, how does that
Yeah.
work?
So the way we did it when we went, we got there 2 days prior to the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
So we flew into Heathrow, which is just outside of London, and we stayed
Mm-hmm.
at Heathrow. So there's a few hotels by the airport. So we stayed there. And then
Okay.
we took the bus transfer the day of the cruise. So we got up, got out of the hotel, walked into the airport and met the people and got on the bus and took, I think the bus drive from Heathrow to Southampton, it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Right. I knew it was a
So
far a distance. I wanted to know how you did. So
yeah.
the bus was through the cruise line?
Yes. Yeah. It's one of
Okay.
the
That makes
normal
sense.
transfer like you would get, in
Mm-hmm.
the States or something like that. So
Okay.
just
That's
easier
good
that
to
way
know.
instead of trying to figure out a train or get a car or something like that. So
Yeah.
much easier.
That was my concern. I want easy.
Mhm. Mhm.
She's also
Mhm.
probably concerned she didn't want to rent a car and she doesn't know how to drive on that side of the
Oh,
road.
I don't want to drive on that side of the road.
Oh, and
That could
and
be
that's the
disaster.
other thing. I would never want to drive on the
Yeah.
wrong side of the road.
Yeah. I would just be, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good to know. That's a good plan.
Mhm.
So
I'm just looking at your notes.
I got this planned out, Nick. You know me.
Oh yes.
So you've been a YouTuber for some time now.
Mhm.
And so what have you learned about being a vlogger? And if you have someone that in the chat that was interested in starting a YouTube channel or just starting a YouTube channel, what's some advice you can give them?
So the big thing I've learned about being a vlogger, YouTuber, or whatever you want to call it, is don't take the comments too seriously.
Mhm.
Don't let them, I get comments about people saying that I'm being Wikipedia. Like I'm just spewing out the words from Wikipedia when I'm giving you my tours of Toronto. Okay, yes,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit, but
Mhm.
that's how you learn about things and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So don't worry about the comments. Just do what you do and do it the way you want to do it.
Right.
Don't let anyone else tell you, oh no, you should do it this way. You should, this is the best way. There is no best way to be a
Right.
vlogger. And that's what I tell anyone that asks me, oh, maybe I want to start something. Do it your way, do it the way you like, and don't be forced to post something that you do not like. So,
Great
all
advice.
that's what I've learned in the 2-3 years that I've been doing this. So,
That's
yeah.
great advice. And I think you're talking about be your authentic self, put into it what you want it to
Hmm.
look like.
Exactly.
We just finished a 4-day cruise out of Charleston on the Sunshine, and we were with two other, well, really three other YouTubers. And I know that Jonathan Bailey with the Photog Experience and Greg and Felicia with SCT Adventures have put out videos, and I love seeing the differences in their videos. All three of us have a totally different style.
Hmm.
But it's so neat to watch because you see it from all different perspectives. You see, what their plan was with the video and what our plan was with the video and how they intersect and how they're different. And I think it's really cool to see it through different ways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how my Norwegian cruise was. I was there with quite a few other vloggers, and I watched all their
Yeah.
series of that exact same cruise, and we all had a different spin on the
Right.
exact same experiences,
Yeah.
which was amazing.
It's so cool to see the differences, and that way you're not really trying to be anybody. You're being your authentic self, and that's what's fun about it. It's a creative thing to do. So
Exactly.
We have 2 people.
we have 2 people joining us.
Mhm.
Hey, Carla Campbell. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. And Life with Mountain Folk. Hello, hello. That's his live stream I was watching the other night when I'm trying to think. When we're talking about Williamsburg. That's right. We're talking about Williamsburg. So hey, good to see y'all. Thank you for joining us. All right, so what is the easiest thing about having a YouTube channel, and what's the hardest thing besides the comments about having a YouTube channel?
Well, hands down, the hardest thing, editing. I'm not gonna lie, I hate editing. And don't get me started about background music. Oh my god, Brad from Chat Cruisers can tell you 100%. I am always messaging him like, there's nothing out there. I can't find anything. It's the hardest thing to do. So, but the best thing is just putting yourself out there, putting, the content you love that you want people to see. Like, I want people to know about my city. I want people to, that's why I started it during the pandemic, because no one could travel. No one could, go out and see things. So that's why I started the channel, was to show people what we have to offer when things open up and you can come and explore and see everything. So, yeah.
I, this past weekend, was editing our Embarkation Day video. And I just had Mom sit down and I was like, I just want you to watch what happens when I'm editing. Because she was like, oh, you could get it done in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm like, no. I was like, just watch. Just watch for 30 minutes. Just watch what I have to start with.
And part of our problem is that we have some footage that's on our actual camera. We have some footage on her phone, some footage on my phone. So it's just like she has all these files and having to put it all together.
When we get to the Vegas vlogs, I literally will cry because there is footage on 5 different devices. Yeah. My phone, Jarrell's phone, my father's phone, her phone, and the camera.
And on some days in Vegas, we were doing our thing and they were doing their thing. So she has all that to figure out how to put it all together.
Empty ears.
I think that's why I said, because we went from the Alaska trip straight into Carnival Sunshine, right?
Correct. But part of it was because we made some good connections with other people on the cruise. And we told them, we were like, hey, like, we had business cards. We're like, here's our business card. Yeah. Like, there was this lovely couple, their name were Chris and Kara. They were briefly in our first video, but it was their honeymoon cruise. And I was like, we have snippets of y'all every now and again. Yeah. Like, if you guys want to watch our videos, it's not a lot of you all, but just in case you want to remember some parts of your cruise.
Because they were in love and marriage and all that stuff because they were on their honeymoon. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we decided that was the reason we put that out. But then we have to go back and do New York.
The New York is not going to be the problem. Las Vegas is going to be the problem.
How much? Nobody ever talked that time. I was just trying to get that done. And it was how many days? It
was 6.
6 days.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh dear.
It says we'll be going on our first cruise this spring. Carnival Sunshine.
Oh, nice.
23rd to 25th, 27th of March. So excited for this new adventure.
So that's your first cruise, Carla. Well, great. You're going to love the Sunshine.
They have more videos about it.
Yeah, we have a whole playlist because that was we vlogged. How many times was I on it? I was on it 3 times in 2022, and then I'm going again in February.
So if you have any questions, please let me know.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah. Greg also says editing is the worst part. So, Greg, do you want to know what I'm about to say? She said, Greg gets it done in an hour and a half. I said, well, I'm not Greg.
I said, Greg says he does it in an hour and a half.
Not Greg.
I swear, sometimes Greg, when he leaves the cruise ship, Felicia's best drive home so Greg can start editing because he pops his videos out like this. I'm like,
and we have Scott in here.
Hey, Scott. Good to see you.
But yeah.
Scott Hammer McNeil.
Yes.
Scott was on the Alaska trip with us, I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next week.
Okay. All right. So we asked you this before, but that was a year and a half ago. So we can ask you again. You have now a lot of new content on your channel. So looking at your older content and your new content, what's your favorite YouTube video on your channel?
Ooh, it's like talking about children, like picking your favorite child. I don't know if I could do it, but I will tell you. No, out of all my videos, I think the Sky Princess vlog was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
The cruise itself was amazing. And I still rewatch that video, and I don't watch any of my videos. Once it goes up, I watch it the day it goes live. Don't watch it again. That Sky Princess vlog, I've watched maybe 3 or 4 times since it's been out, and it brings me so much joy just watching it. Like I said, I hate editing, but for some reason that one I just loved to edit it. Maybe because that was my first cruise in 6 years, and it just the joy that I remember being on that cruise just keeps coming back every single time I watch that. So I would say that my Sky Princess vlogs.
So Hannah, have you rewatched any of your videos?
Okay, the reason why she's asking me this,
she says she never watched it,
is because when I edit the videos, I watch it all the way through and make my final edits, and then I watch it one more time. And I told her, I said, when I am done, I never watch this again, because I don't. Because when you're the editor, you look at it and you're like, I could have edited it this way. I should have filmed this. It, like, you critique it. You don't sit down and enjoy it. You're like, man, I could have done better.
Oh yeah.
Is there any video on our channel that you like? I could get back and watch it again.
Okay, let's revisit this question because I have to look at our YouTube. Because I honestly don't know if there's anything I have rewatched. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good one. Let me look at our playlist. Go ahead.
So what is next for Nick Tour's YouTube channel?
Well, we'll have the Enchanted Princess vlogs probably starting up next month once I get back to reality after the beautiful 10-day cruise. And then just some more amazing historical tours of our city, and maybe an Alaskan and New York vlog. We'll see.
I keep asking. Sorry, I keep asking. The thing that's making it hard is I'm asking my best friend when her bridal shower is, so I can plan around her stuff. So I'm like, when is your stuff? Love you, Elizabeth, if you're watching this. Hey. Carla says, thank you for the information.
Thank you. We appreciate it, Carla. And we will, as long as the Sunshine's leaving Charleston in 2024, sadly. But we'll definitely probably be on it again and again until then. We love it. And it's only like 2.5 hours away, so it's really convenient for us. So we don't have to get hotels and all that. So it's just such a special ship. It's the perfect size, I feel like, for a ship. And it's really it's just nice cruise ship. Okay.
Okay, I will say one.
Thank you, Meg, for posting that.
Hold on. I will say one. The Carnival Valor. It was a trip, one of the videos that I like to look at.
And you weren't even on that trip.
It wasn't even the Carnival Valor. It was leading up to it. It's when you went to the World War II museum.
Oh, yeah, in New Orleans.
I love editing that video.
That was still the best museum I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah.
The World War II museum in New
Orleans.
It was
a video about a museum. That is what I like the most of what I've edited. I just liked going through the footage, and I know exactly what it is. You do this one shot. You did a good job.
I did a good job.
You did this one shot of you filming of a statue of Anne Frank.
And I went around it. Yeah.
And I thought that was one of the prettiest things.
Look at me go.
Yeah. That is, I would say, one of my favorite videos. if you haven't seen it, you should probably watch it. Thank you.
Yeah, if you ever make it in New Orleans, anybody, if you have not been to the World War II Museum, go and see the movie also. The movie is really special there.
Okay, Greg agrees with me. So when you talk about Greg, I just like to point this out. He's with me. He's
done with it after editing.
He agrees with me. Thank you. The Clock family is here.
Hey, Clock Family Adventures. Good to see y'all.
But yeah, holy crappity crap.
What'd you do?
There's like 8 comments came in at one time. Like, go ahead. You go ahead.
I think still my favorite is the Savannah thing at the haunted house. I don't know why. I just thought it was just such a fun experience.
Yeah. Meg says she likes videos of museums.
That's all right, Meg. We're all nerds.
How long does it take you to go to Jacksonville Port? 4 hours.
Yeah, 4 to 4.5 hours.
Yep.
It's not bad. It's the country roads that get to me, but once we get on 95, it's good. All right. So, have you created? I know of New York. I know of Alaska, but what are some bucket list places that you have? Have you created a list and where you want to go that you haven't been to?
There's a list, and it grows every single day. But top of the list is pretty much any country in the oceanic area, so Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, Bora Bora, anywhere down there. I'd love to go back up to Norway, Finland, Denmark, Sweden, all that there. Iceland, just watching the Zac Efron documentary series and seeing everything there that they have to offer and everything. I want to experience everything there. So
is that the series that he like almost died doing?
Did he almost die doing it?
He got some sort of infection for being like in the jungle.
I think so.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He didn't like it was bad.
Oh,
but yeah. Someone's asking, are you going to the Helen meetup? I don't have PTO.
I think William did not, my husband, there's a meetup in Helen, Georgia every year, Nick, is what they're asking about. William and I are probably going to go up Saturday morning and spend the night and come back on Sunday. If he can get Sunday off from work.
Griswold's here.
Yeah. Hey, Danny, good to see you. Hannah's not going this year. She's probably going to babysit our dogs. She volunteered that, by the way. You did.
What?
You volunteered that.
Did I?
Uh-huh.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
But William will go this year because he didn't go last year, and he'll meet everybody. If you hadn't already met. He hadn't met anybody face to face, has he? I don't think so. Has he?
I have no freaking idea.
I don't think so. Okay. All right. So Hannah has some questions, something for you too, Nick. So since you share a love of theater along with Hannah, she's going to play a game with you where she's going to give you a choice of 2 Broadway musicals, and you have to only choose one. If you only could see one and you can never see the other.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Oh dear. Okay.
So if we have anybody in the chat that enjoys theater as much as these 2 people do.
If you don't know, in his background are 2 posters of Broadway shows. And that's when I realized during our last interview that Nick and I would be friends. Oh, he has more than 2.
Oh, look.
Book of Mormon, Wicked, Rent, and The Addams Family.
Oh, that's impressive.
And 3 of the 4 are signed by the cast.
See, the only thing I have signed by the cast is the newspaper from Beetlejuice that he like goes on the stage.
Don't you have the playbill too signed by the cast?
I forgot about that. Yeah,
You have the playbill signed by the cast, the original cast. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
All right. So you might want to tell if you have a hard choice for one or the other, you might want to tell why you prefer that one too. And like I said, if you're in the chat and you're into musicals or Broadway, you can tell which one would be your favorite too.
Got Danny D, the super supporter.
Danny D, the super supporter. Love that.
Hello. All right. So,
I love that name.
all right, we're going to start. So, we'll name 2. And then
You're going to tell yours too, right?
I'll tell you mine. She asked me these questions before, and there's still one that I haven't
Well, do
figured
you
out.
want me to say them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
go
right.
ahead.
All right. You have to choose between Hamilton or Chicago as your favorite out of the 2.
Chicago.
See, I said Hamilton. Because, okay, funny story about Chicago is I asked my dad. What's he laughing? I asked my dad what Broadway shows, because I said, if I'm taking you to New York, I need to go see at least one Broadway show. And he was like, I gave him the list of the Broadway shows, and he was like, what's Chicago? And I was like, it's a play about some women that killed their husbands. He was like, let's skip that. But I have to say, I know Hamilton word by word, so it'd be kind of hard for me to get rid of that for the rest of my life. What's your reasoning behind Chicago?
I've actually never seen Chicago, so that's kind of my reasoning to pick it, to see. I've seen clips and I kind of like the music, but I want to see what it's actually all about. So
It makes it Chicago. Life with Mountain Folks at Chicago. Meg said, this is going to be hard for Hannah. The next one I couldn't choose.
Yeah, all right, so you either get to see the Book of Mormon or Phantom of the Opera.
I'm going to have him answer this one first. Look at his face. That's what I did. That's what I did. Because they're 2 different things, and they're such treasures, both of them.
They are. Book of Mormon is funny.
Yeah.
Opera is dramatic and will put you to tears.
Yeah.
So I go with Phantom.
These are the 2 she's seeing in New York with her dad.
I'm also seeing Book of Mormon 2 times this year. Oh, hold on.
We have a dog.
We have a dog. She wanted attention. See, that is so hard because I think I feel like I couldn't live without Phantom as well. But like, if you're gonna ask me which one I would rather take a friend to, it would be Book of Mormon. But if they're not Mormon, but yeah, Phantom is my choice, I guess. That's hard.
All right. Is it Hades?
Hold on. Look what Meg said.
What Meg said.
William should be more concerned with the party. I see that. About Chicago. Meg said Book of Mormon. Life and Mountain Folks said Phantom of the Opera.
Okay. All right.
Hades.
MJ the Musical or Hades Town?
MJ the Musical is about Michael Jackson. Hades Town is these kind of overlapping stories of like a modern day twist on Hades and Persephone and Eurydice and Orpheus from Greek mythology.
Ooh. Then I'm picking that one because I'm big into Greek mythology.
If you like Greek mythology, you will love Hades Town.
But if you get a chance to go see MJ the Musical, it's the best musical I've seen on Broadway.
Okay.
It's amazing. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It's really good.
I see. It's hard for me. I said MJ earlier, but I really like the idea of Hades Town, except for the end, because if you know the story of Orpheus and Eurydice, you get mad. I'm mad. But yeah, no, Hades Town is executed very well. I'll probably say Hades Town.
All right, you ready for the next one? The Lion King or the Music Man?
The Lion King.
The
Lion King.
I asked for this before we started when we were at dinner. And it's just like, the Lion King.
It's like Disney. I can't do that. I think the Music Man is officially off of Broadway now.
It didn't last long, did it?
No. Well, the thing is that Music Man, they have such a large cast because they literally need a marching band size cast. It is ridiculous. Hold on. It's okay, Hannah. It's hypothetical.
Meg is being your therapist for this exercise.
So hard.
We're gonna. It's gonna be on the internet, so we gotta hold her to it now. I was kidding.
Yeah. Makes it sound like she's a Lion King. Makes it. That's an easy one.
I would think that's an easy one too. Yeah.
The Lion King is like celebrating like 25 years or something on Broadway.
Wow.
It's like crazy.
My parents saw it when first time it opened, I think.
You want to hear some bull crap? Did I tell you about this the last time? Hold on, let's take a pause.
Are you gonna tell about my mother?
Yes. I think I told you this last time. Let's just remind everybody. If you don't know Mimi, that's my grandma. She had sleep apnea before it was diagnosed to her. So this lady goes to see Wicked in the early 2000s. That's when Wicked first started. And then she comes home.
Who was starring?
No. She comes home and she tells us, "Oh, I went to go see Wicked." We're like, "How was it?" She says, "I don't know. I fell asleep." And I was like, "You fell asleep during a Broadway show." Forgetting about this for like 15 years. Keep in mind, I forgot about that for a long time. Then she's like, "Ooh, I cleaned out a closet. Here's my playbill from Wicked." I open that sucker up, and Dina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth is up there. I'm like, how the heck did you fall asleep? Look at this. She saw the OGs.
She didn't really sleep during it.
Okay. Wow.
Did I not tell you this story?
No, you did not.
It still makes me mad because I have that playbill because I keep every single playbill. If it's touring, if it's on Broadway, I keep it all in this book, my playbill book. She gives it to me, and I look at it, and I'm just like, she did not.
She fell asleep.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Wicked or Six, the musical?
Wicked.
See, I gave a controversial one.
You might not be Nick's friend anymore.
Okay, I
Nick did.
Here's my defense. Like, I love Wicked. I can quote Wicked. I can attempt to sing it. It won't sound good, but I can attempt to sing it. But I have to go with women empowerment. That's what Six is all about. Six queens. Like, I have to go with Six. It is so good. Do you know what Six is?
Yeah, you've told me many times what.
That was the best answer. He's snorting.
I love Six. I watch it bootleg.
And it's exactly why I love Wicked. Wicked is just, there's no words. That's why I've seen it 13 times. Like, I can literally, I could tell you the play right now. If you have 2 hours, I will go into the whole entire thing.
I will have to say, though, when I saw Wicked, I cried before the intermission because the intermission, it breaks off after Defying Gravity.
Yeah.
And I'm just, when those lights came on, Mom looked at me and she was like, "You okay?" I'm fine. I'm fine. But like, I love Wicked. I do. I
Only-
love both of them.
The only one I've ever shed a tear at was MJ the musical.
You shed a tear there?
That part where when his mom's singing.
Oh, because you were with me.
No.
So,
Just the whole dramatic effect of what happened with the different characters. Yeah, it was something.
a lot of people
She's saying "I'll be there," but it was more meaningful in the play because of meaning to it. So
also the girl who sang it has some of the best technique I have ever heard.
Yeah, the whole cast was amazing.
Yeah, she sounds exactly like the recording, if not better.
There's a reason why Miles Frost won the Tony for playing MJ, for sure.
All right. Speaking of another Tony winner, you have another one up?
All right, it's the last one. Do you think these are newer? What kind of newer ones? But
I don't know. That is the other one a newer one? I know the other one is the first one. The second one,
first one won the Tony.
No, I didn't.
All right, A Strange Loop, or A Beautiful Noise, a Neil Diamond musical. Do you know what A Strange Loop is?
Mm-mm.
Okay. It's a play about a playwright writing a play about a play.
It won the Tony for this.
That's why it's called A Strange Loop. And it just, but it shows what he has to go through as a gay Black man. It shows what he has to go through. When she told me this, I said A Strange Loop. I would see A Strange Loop.
I would see A Strange Loop because it won a Tony.
Well, you should know what happens in the play.
Yeah. And then, of course, Neil Diamond musical is a Neil Diamond musical. I don't know if it's still on Broadway, is it?
No.
It didn't last long either.
Yeah.
It didn't last long. So.
Well, I would probably hearing the description though, I think I would go with the what is it? The Endless Loop? The Endless Loop.
I would just go see
book
it.
writer one.
I would see it because it won a Tony because I want to know why it beat MJ the musical is what I want to know.
Yeah. The thing is with A Strange Loop, it's about the guy writing a play about writing a play about writing a play. But the ensemble, there's only like 6 people on stage, and it's him, and the 5 other people are his inner thoughts, and they are playing out what he's thinking, and they're playing different parts of his life. So one inner thought plays his mother, the other inner thought plays his father.
Very deep.
So it's very deep, but it's very like
entertaining,
moving and entertaining as well.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
I had to Google it because I was like, what is going on with this play? Because I listened to the album before I knew what was going on.
So what's your all-time, which I kind of know the answer, I think, favorite Broadway musical?
Wicked.
What's yours?
Oh. He knows his answer.
Go ahead.
Nick, do you know what the answer is?
I want to say 6, but I think
No. No, it was in our conversation. You were like, I saw this play. You said I saw this on a class trip, and no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Cats. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. No.
I was like, boy, Cats is my favorite. I would see it every time. I said, it's an unpopular opinion. He said, yeah, I saw it there in a school play. It ain't for me. He said, it is weird. It is weird. And I had the VHS tape, and I bought it on Amazon Prime so I could keep watching it on the West End recording of Cats. I could quote that.
And she has.
Oh, quick story time. I know we have to end soon, but quick story time. When I was young, I had to do a procedure where I had to go.
I put something on Facebook about this.
Yeah, where I had to go under anesthesia, and they gave me loopy medicine to kind of calm me down before they did the anesthesia. And I don't know any of this, but it's been told to me that after I took the medicine, my children's pastor from our church came in to do a prayer with the family and everything. I don't remember her being there, but apparently I sang the whole album of Cats to her, where she was only supposed to be there for 15 minutes, and it lasted longer
She was
than
there
that.
for a long time, and she listened to every bit of it. So did I. In order from the beginning to the end.
So the obsession has been going on since I was 6. Let's just put it like that.
So Nick, that went by fast. Woo, that went by fast.
Did.
But we are so thankful to have you in our lives, first of all, and we're so thankful to have you on our live stream again. And I'm sure it won't be the last time.
I literally said, she was like, "What should we do with a live stream?" I was like, "We should bring Nick on."
Yes.
I don't pitch a lot of ideas. No,
she don't. She usually gives 0 ideas.
I'm not that creative when it comes to ideas for live streams. I'm creative when it comes to editing.
When you get her to finish the editing, yes. But thank you so much, Nick. We appreciate you so much, and we love you. We just love having you part of our lives.
Yeah, you know I love you.
Thank you so much for having me. This was amazing. It was great to talk to you guys again.
And if you, I was bringing it up.
Yes, if you were not with us at the beginning, we are trying to grow Nick's community even more. So if you have not subscribed to Nick Tours, we ask that you please do so as soon as you can, because you will love him as much as we do.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have Hannah close us out. I'm not sure if Lovey's Fat Life is tonight at 8 or not.
I don't think so, because Meg put this.
Okay, but Beach Please will be on tonight at 9 p.m. and a very fun channel to watch. They're hilarious.
Did I say it right?
Huh?
Beach Please.
Beach Please. But I'm going to have Hannah close us out, please.
I'd like to point out that she just tapped me underneath the table to tell me to close this out. And thank you, Nick. We love you. And we will have you on the show again. You know we will. This won't be the last time, is what I'm saying. And hopefully we'll go to New York together once I figure out what my year is like. Because, yeah, there's that. But thank you all for staying to the end, and thank you for supporting us and supporting Nick for this show. And if you haven't subscribed to his channel, you probably should do that. He's great, awesome. We love him, so you should love him too. But thank you all for being here, and please, please, please stay safe out there. Stay healthy, and don't forget to journey on.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.